in a small town down in Arkansas, where the river flows. There's a man with a passion that everybody knows. He's got a collection that'll make you stare. Vintage pocket knives laid with tender care.
Howdy everybody, welcome to HT's EDC, coming at you this Tuesday morning from the patio. Hope everybody is doing well today. We are back on the knives today. Not going to apologize for the video yesterday. My heart just wasn't on pocket knives, and sometimes that's okay. Make no apologies for that yesterday, but we are gonna get into the what I was set up to do yesterday. We're gonna finally do it today. Brief update. Miss T, I didn't give it yesterday. Miss T is in Florida. Everything, landed safely, and she is on cloud 9. I am getting some just beautiful pictures with her and the new grandbaby, our new grandson, and her heart is full. And I just didn't work out this time for me to get down. Also to meet our grandson, but hopefully we will take care of that in the upcoming holidays. That will be my first time. But the Barlow Queen is down there, and she is getting 1,000,003 cheek kisses, and she is sending pictures and FaceTiming, and we're living vicariously through that right now. But everything is good on that front, so there's that. All right, how about we get into a what you toting, and we get off in some pocket knives today. First off, you know how we do it. Everybody needs a little Jesus, and boy do they. Boy do I too. Yeah, I said it wrong, but I said it right. I definitely need Jesus, and this world, Lord mercy, needs Jesus. As some of the recent senseless acts show. Anyway, not going to get off on that today. Also in that pocket, the Holy Lamb pocket cross. I call it my prayer cross. A lot of times I hold it and I fidget with it and all when I'm saying my prayers. That is in the front left pocket. Accompanying that, you guys know, Streamlight Micro Stream flashlight. Back pocket, Open Sea leather wallet that houses my challenge coin. Put on the full armor of God. And if y'all guys hadn't seen Lefty's video, I don't think it's his most recent. I think it's one video back. He talks about armoring up for the cause of Christ, putting on the armor of God, and it is a great watch, as all of his devotionals are. He does a wonderful job of taking these and then going right into a devotional and intertwining his videos. He is a he's called, that's all it is. That's nothing but the Lord the Lord himself working through Dwayne. And it is, if you hadn't watched one of his videos and don't know what I'm talking about, do yourself a service and go check him out, because young man has something to say, and usually it's something we need to hear. Speaking of him, he came by yesterday. We did a little front porch sitting. He texted me before he got off work, asked me what I was doing. I'm like, sitting here losing my mind. There's no Miss T, just me and these gals I said, well, yeah, what am I doing? I'm losing my mind. He goes, you want me to come by and, do a little front porch sitting and chewing some fat? And I'm like, man, from your lips to God's ear. So he came by yesterday, and we had a good little sit, and might even got by the end of it, done got another horse trade worked out. So maybe we'll see how that transpires, and you might see a little something on both our ends in the near future on our videos. But always a great time when Lefty comes by. Love that guy. A lot of you folks do too. Super proud of him and what his channel's doing. Hate to say I told you so, but I told you so. I knew if he would ever take that leap and get on here with you folks, that A, he would do a fantastic job, and B, you folks would embrace it and find his content just awesome. So enough about that. I'll embarrass him, but dear friend of mine, and I'm blessed to have Dwayne in my life. So we'll leave that one right there. Did I even finish my tote? I didn't. I just see how I get off on a tangent, but you guys probably already know. Don't know what day it is, but 23, something like that. All I know is I gotta go to Sunday. Sunday, August 3rd will be my last day, and now at this point I gotta make it. I've been saying I don't know if I'm gonna make it. It's been rough. It has been rough, but at least I've been sometimes adding a second knife to it, to get a little variety in, because Richter didn't say you had to do just one knife and that's all you could carry. He said you got to carry at least, you got to have one knife and carry it 30 days, but he didn't say you couldn't have multiple. So that's kind of how I kept my sanity, especially after, say, about day 10. I was I was looking for some variety. But anywho, you guys have seen it. Old Claspy, the Parker clasp knife that we have. You can get, if I can get a little sun here, we have clear coated those covers, which I think are still holding up pretty good. And we've done a little torching on that Stag, but yep, used it last night to cut up some maters for my favorite sandwich, by the way, is a ham, cheese, and mater and yes, I'm gonna make a lot of people mad, Miracle Whip. I'll stand on it. I love mayonnaise. I love them both. I have nothing wrong with mayonnaise, but for a sandwich, and a sandwich only, give me Miracle Whip. It is what it is. But still on the clasp knife, and if I get to this Sunday, we have completed the challenge. So we will crack open said Coca-Cola. Cheers. Ice cold, right out of the frigitator this morning. So let's get off in it. We are going to do another comparison. You have seen me do the Mako so far between Parker and Case, the Shark series. We're going to be doing another shark comparison this morning. And the one I want to show you today is this one. Check that out. And yes, I have got out the torch again. And honestly, I'm kind of pleased with this one. This might be, and you guys let me know in the comments, but this might be the best matching up I've done yet. That is the show side. Has some nice darks here, and I'm getting better on this. See this kind of little halo on the end? Kind of just taking it from dark, dark brown, black right here in the middle, and even getting a little halo toward the ends. See that? I don't know. You might not get it, you might not care, but I tried to do that little halo or whatever that little blend, dark into more of an amber, and then right on the very ends leave it kind of light. But I like this one. But this is, oh man, can I get any kind of light? There we go. The K-267. Made in Japan. Yes, they are. Seki City, Japan. These were collaborations. Once again, right there, Parker-Imai. And that is Mr. Seizo-Imai. It was a collaboration between Parker and Mr. Seizo-Imai out of Seki City, Japan. Was his collaborating partner for these knives. And yeah. Going to show you something else here, and you tell me what you think. If I can do this right. Here we go. Check this out, folks. You see some similarities here? This, of course, is my Stag Sharktooth by Case, part of the Shark series. And you talk about a matching up scale. Out of all my I'm gonna go ahead and admit it, I have now completed, you will see them one by one, but I have now completed my Shark series in Stag as of yesterday. That is some of what me and Lefty were on the front porch showing and telling there. They had just came in. But anyway, you will see more of my Shark series, these upcoming. But this is my Sharktooth, one that I had already had, and I've already done a video on this one. But look how good. Look at those ridges. This is probably, I love this. And man, we get on to them about the show sides, but that is a gorgeous, beautiful show side on this Sharktooth. But anyway, yeah. You think one inspired the other? All the way from the long nail pulls. This one we have has polished off. The Sharktooth, the previous owner was kind of like me. Wasn't a billboarding guy, and right up in here is where normally, and on my other ones you'll see that they have the shark, whether it be a Mako or hammerhead. Well, at one time this one had the a shark on there saying Sharktooth, but it has been polished off. But as you see where that Parker banner is on this 267, that is where they put on the blade the shark from Case. But yeah, bolsters, see the top bolster. The only thing that is a little different, and check out that bottom bolster or the little shark fin on both of them. The only thing that's a little different, and Lefty even said yesterday, he kind of likes what Parker does on this. If you could tell, and I don't, see how that is contoured, how this is really rounded, and these bolsters on the end have these little roundovers. You got a round, you got like a little Coke bottle indention. All of it, even up here on the front, check that out. See how these bolsters, and for lack of a better word, I'm saying Coke bottle, kind of like a cover would have in here, but they're very rounded, very chamfered. And Dwayne says he actually likes that better than the, and these are rounded. These are rounded and chamfered, but those little grooves, he said, man, give me a blind taste test and I don't know what knife is what. He felt them both in hand. He said, dog, HT, I believe I like the Parker in hand. One man's opinion, but it's darn nice. It is darn nice. That little whatever you want to call this. You can't call them, you know, it ain't fluted bolsters with threads. I don't know what to call them. You guys tell me. The hourglass bolsters, if you will. There you go. It's cool. It's cool and it feels good in hand. And of course, these are made in Japan for Parker. So these are not American, you know, American made. It was from an American company, you know, Parker and Son. But like I said, he collaborated with Parker-Imai, a famous Seki City custom knife maker for these. But they're pretty awesome. They really are. You guys tell me what you think. Action, lockup. No problem there. Of course, has the, not that you need it, but it has a nice long pull nail nick, just like on the Sharktooth. But I mean, completely pinchable. Locks up, vault solid. Has the upper choil here, like are on some Sharktooth. My Sharktooth don't have the little cutout here, and I don't know if that was a year thing. Some of my hammerheads from Case have this choke up choil, and some of my other shark's teeth, whatever the plural shark's tooth is. But this particular one doesn't have the forward cut finger choil, but some of, like I say, some of my wood shark's tooth and even some of my hammerheads, some do, some don't. I don't know if that was a year to year thing Case did, whether they did that. Obviously it is, but this particular one doesn't have the finger choke up. But if I was to go bring you out one of my my wood ones, it does. So, but they even do the choke up, just like, you know, Case does occasionally at sometimes. But again, great. I am stoked to have them all. So as I'm going through my shark series with Case and getting them in, I am looking up and trying, if there is a model, like I've got the Mako now, I've got the Mako and the Parker derivative, I've got the Shark's Tooth and the Parker derivative. So anyway, if I can find a, you know, anyone in the series, I don't think, could be wrong on this, that they make a exchanger, but I'm probably wrong. I'm thinking that as I talk. Have I seen one that's interchangeable? And maybe I have. So maybe there's one for all of them. I don't know. But right now I have got the Shark's Tooth and the Mako derivatives from Parker. And like I said, in this case, it is the K267. Nice choke up choil for your, you know, if you got to get up. I mean, it's a big knife. This is definitely an HT biggin. This is like, if I hadn't said, this is like a 5-inch lockback. So, but with this nice choil up here, which has a guard, you are not going to come forward unless you do something crazy. You are completely guarded when you need to get up here, you know, like you're whittling or whatever, or you need to get up close and personal inside a game animal or something. Very nice choke up there, choil. Man, I don't know what to say. I love them. You guys can scoff at them and say it's Japan crap, or, you know, to each his own. I am stoked that I have them both. And I will say the L word. I love them both. So there's that. And if you're looking to save a buck, you're on a budget, these are quite an investment to track down all these Case Stag in the Shark series. It was I've made some good deals along the way, I believe, but these are these are a couple of quarters. These kind of only 1/4, maybe half the quarters. So there's that too. This may be an option for you. If you don't have, you know, shark's tooth money or shark's tooth budget at the time, maybe save up half the quarters and go after one of these. And I'm telling you, it's a good experience. Like I said, Lefty kind of closed his eyes and you know, felt on them and coon fingered them. He like, dog hates tea if I don't like this one in hand. And it was the Parker. So solid lockups. One thing that I will say, and I cannot deny, this is first cut Stag. Now look at that gnarly, knotty Stag. That is the stuff that is right on the exterior of that deer, of that antlered animal, and ain't nothing like it. Ain't a machine in the world can give you that experience of what God put on that deer's antler. So that is first cut Stag, and it is incredible. Well, this is second cut Stag. Same thing that God created, but that is not. We've explained it before. This is not what was on the outside of his antler. They shaved that off and made something like this. Well, the second cut, once this is off the antler, they can still get some more slabs, some more cuts on that antler and make handle out of it. And that's when you get something like this. And if I can hold it in the light, you can look at those two jigs. That is man-made jigging there. They have come in there and put a couple little, you know, couple little valleys and grooves on there. If I can show this side. But man made that, you know what I'm saying? As far as the jigging, still just as much Stag and just as real, and it's still Stag just like that first one is. But as you can see, it don't look anything like that, like the stuff that's on the front of that antler. That barky, deep valleyed, barky, popcorny exterior of an antler. That is your first cut. This is what you get on a second cut, but nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. Still feels great. You still get the Stag. You're still feeling Stag. It is still Stag. It is still the same antler. It is just man had to give these second cuts their character, and God and genetics gave this one its character. So there's that. Anywho, we're at 22 minutes. I think I have showed them pretty good. The K-267, I couldn't be prouder to own it. I say if you dig it, go check them out on the secondary markets, on your flea bays, your all about pocket knives. You can find this knife, and I couldn't recommend it anymore. So anywho, we're gonna get off here, and before that sun peeks over this house too much, I'm gonna try to choke down some more of this Coca-Cola, and yeah. Till we see you again, I'm HT for Maddie, for Miss Abby, and for the vacationing Cloud 9 Mrs. T. We're out.
Buck knives gleaming under that old porch light. He'll tell their stories deep into the night. Reviews and torture tests, it's a sight to see. HT's